Welcome to Newlands Corner. Nice part of the world this. It's got some good roads around here. You're just at the top of the South Downs, so it's very scenic and nice. And best of all, it's quite close to my house, so very convenient. We're here today to do a test with these two bikes, Yamaha MT07, Suzuki SV650X. Not massive changes for these bikes this year. They're both new models, but you know, the base is still pretty much as it was. The MT07's got some new suspension, which addresses one of the complaints of the old bike, was that the suspension was a bit kind of bouncy and budget feeling. The SV650, much more a styling exercise. It's got new bodywork, different handlebars. They've just sort of styled up the SV650 to give it more of a cafe racer look. I've got a helper today, who is Laura, who I think you probably know, I guess. She's been here for ages. Good thing is, I'm very old and I've ridden bikes a lot. Laura's at the other end of the scale, so we're going to get her viewpoint on how these bikes are if you're a bit newer to riding.
So it's no surprise that out of the two bikes we've ridden today, the SV650X and the MT07, I definitely prefer the MT. It's young, it's fun, and it's brilliantly starred, and it looks wicked. Personally, I think the SV is kind of a bit of a feeble attempt at an entry into the classic modern retro market by Suzuki. Personally, I've never really been a fan of Suzuki's SV650. It's a brilliant workhorse, and you can't deny that it's been incredibly popular over its lifetime, but if a bike was a colour, it'd be beige, because to my mind it's a bit of a fake sports bike, especially when they start that bikini fairing on it. And with this cafe racer look, I feel like Suzuki hasn't really made enough effort to make a mark in the modern retro market. This MT is unpretending, it's down and out, it's a naked bike, and it's not pretending to be anything else than that. I way prefer the styling of it. It's sharp, aggressive, modern, whereas the Suzuki feels just a bit antiquated, kind of like Alan.
That's us finished for the day now. Really lucky with the weather, and we've had some good fun on the roads around this neck of the woods, around Surrey, Petworth, all this kind of area. Laura's been quite hard on the SV650, I think. I mean, I can see what she means. It's a bit older, the engine's sort of maybe showing its age a bit in some ways, but I'm still really fond of it. And with this different riding position, I quite like the styling of the SV650X as well, so I've got a lot of time for this at Suzuki as it is. I think the MT07 is the better bike, but out of the two, you know, the engine just feels stronger. Well, it is stronger, you know, it's more modern, it's sorted. The handling also is a bit sharper, you know, especially around town, you know, you feel a bit more sort of in control, partly because of the riding position again being a bit more upright. The new suspension for this year, big improvement over previous years, and it's also got, the brakes are better, you know, it's got the four piston calipers up front, those Yamaha ones that they use on everything these days. SV is still using twin piston sliding calipers, which are, you know, just a bit lower tech. Having said that, I don't think you'd be disappointed with either of these bikes. I know it's a bit of a cop-out, I know, but for me the SV, it's cheaper, you know, it's less money to buy. It's a bit older, but I think that the style makes up for it. You know, if you're looking for something that's got this look about it, this kind of sort of modern retro feel about it, you know, there's a lot to like here. Similarly, the MT07, it's a lot sharper look, it's more of an urban feel, a bit more youthful with the fluorescent yellow wheels and all that. It looks good, I think, with the angular bodywork. Bit more money for the MT07, but I think you're getting value for that, especially with things like the brakes and the more modern engine. For me then, MT07's the one I would go for every day, I think, but don't rule the SV out by any manner of means.